National Football League.
What a scene here in Baltimore. The Raven flock is loud and lively for Monday Night Football, rounding out Week 3, and we've got a dandy in front of us. A Super Bowl preview for a lot of people during the offseason. The Detroit Lions are in town taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Both teams come in 1-1 on the year. Detroit and the Ravens both coming off of their first wins last week. And we are set for action, and away we go here on a Monday night. From the 6-yard line, the return out across the 25, and we will see the Lions offense first, starting at the 26-yard line. Jared Goff, 30 years of age, 6'4", the big, lengthy quarterback, successful with the Lions thus far. A lot of questions surrounding this team. You played not very well in Week 1 against Green Bay, who everybody thought was going to take the league by storm, but then they lost to the Cleveland Browns yesterday. So how does this Lions team fit in? They had a good game last week against Chicago, but Chicago still has some question marks around them as well. So an interesting storyline for MCDC and company here for the Lions. Big test tonight, and a good start on defense by Madubike, who makes the tackle for a 5-yard loss on Jahmyr Gibbs. And a great start for that Baltimore defense. Ravens defense played good last week against Joe Flacco and the Browns. Here is Gibbs again, trying to go to the right side this time, and he has nowhere to go. Roquan Smith makes the tackle that time, and it's 3rd and long to start this game for the Lions offense. So a 5-yard loss and then no yards on the second run for Jahmyr Gibbs. Lions behind the chains here early in this one, 3rd down and 15. Goff on 3rd down, has time. Look at the time up front by that offensive line, and this one incomplete. In and out of the hands, downfield. And the Lions go quickly, 3 and out. So negative 5 yards to start the day for the Lions. And then we'll see this hometown Ravens offense. We'll talk about Lamar Jackson in a moment, as this one by Wester is taken to the 40. Lamar Jackson. What can't you say about him? He had that game in Week 1 against Buffalo where he played excellent, but then they gave up the comeback to lose Week 1 against Buffalo. They came back last week in this building against their division rivals, the Cleveland Browns, who actually tested them a little bit on defense, but they got their first win of the year, and now all hype here in Baltimore for what this team can do. First down, Ravens starting at the 40-yard line. And you give it to the king to start it off, Derrick Henry, who gets stood up after a couple yards on first down. Derrick Henry, not a whole lot of action last week against Cleveland. Only 11 carries for 23 yards running the football for Derrick Henry after he had over 100 against Buffalo. Here's Jackson on the move, got hit, and somehow finds Rashad Bateman across the Lions' 40-yard line. What a throw by Lamar Jackson. And the game's first down comes in style. I don't know how in the world he got that ball to Bateman, but the Ravens get it into plus territory on the game's first down. And they are fired up. here in Baltimore. First down at the 39-yard line. Henry off the right side. Ran into his own man before he could really get going, and he's brought down for a yard loss on first down. So the Ravens offense played pretty well. Lamar Jackson led the story last week, 4 touchdown passes, 225 yards through the air. 2 of them to Devontae Walker, the other one to Tylan Wallace. Lamar Jackson on second down to the outside, a one-handed snare there by DeAndre Hopkins, who's trying to revive his career in Baltimore. Had a good game against Buffalo in week 1. Pretty much a non-factor last week, except for the touchdown that he caught. He only had 2 catches, though, but one of them was the big one, 41 yards. 3rd down and 4 here for Baltimore. They hand it off. Henry running right side, and he can't get there. Kind of got hung up on his own player again out in front, and now decision time here for Baltimore on 4th down and 1. See right there, he just kind of ran into his own man before he could get going. Looked like he had enough space to get near the sticks, and now decision time here on 4th and 1 for John Harbaugh and this Ravens offense. And they're going to go for it. 4th and 1, opening drive here for the Ravens at the 30-yard line. Pistol formation with an extra tight end in. Henry, he shoulders forward, and I think he's got it. He does. First down for the Ravens. The 28-yard line just across the Lions' 30. So Lamar Jackson, this is a game for him to shine. He is really good on Monday Night Football. 7-2 in Monday Night Football games in his career. 22 touchdown passes and no interceptions on Monday night for Lamar Jackson in his career. Play action for Jackson here. He's going to tuck it and run it. This is what he can do as well as he takes it inside the 10 and sets up 1st and goal. 20 yards right up the gut for Lamar Jackson, and the Ravens are knocking on the door here on their opening drive. And MCDC's got his work cut out for him here tonight. Good start for the Ravens on the move inside the 10, 1st down and goal. Play action and a bootleg, and Jackson's in trouble and has to throw it away before he gets sacked for a big loss. 2nd and goal. Lions played that one well that time. After he ran for 20 yards to set up goal to go, the Lions brought the pressure on him before he could even get going. 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line. Again under center is Jackson. Play fake, Jackson on the move again, right up the gut, eyes on the end zone, and he gets shouldered down at about the 2-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and goal from just a couple yards out. And now if you're Baltimore, do you just go, we got 2 plays to try to get Derrick Henry into the end zone right here, or how do you play this? Could also go for a quick play action. Maybe hand it off and go for it on 4th down. Wouldn't be a surprise at that. 3rd down and goal for the Ravens. They are going to throw it. Jackson on the move, fires, and it's caught. Touchdown, Mark Andrews. What a start for the Ravens offense. And Mark Andrews puts the Ravens on the board. That is now the 23rd touchdown pass for Lamar Jackson on Monday Night Football in his career, compared to 0 interceptions, and a great start for Baltimore on offense. Aiden Hutchinson, frustrated on his way to the sideline. Ravens march the field on their opening drive. They started at the 40. They took it 60 and take a 7-0 lead. Just over 5 minutes off the clock, 7-0 Ravens. And this is a big test game. We mentioned it coming in for the Detroit Lions. Week 1, that bad loss to Green Bay. Last week, you had all the firepower against a questionable Chicago Bears team. This is a big test here against a good team in the Ravens. And so far, they're not off to a good start if you're a Lions fan. From the 4-yard line, Drive number 2 for the Lions will start across the 25. So here comes Jared Goff back onto the field. -5 yards on that first drive for the Lions. A couple running attempts for Jahmyr Gibbs that went backwards. And then they finally tried to throw it down the field for Dominic Leavitt, and that didn't go very well. So first down for the Lions, starting at the 26-yard line, trailing 7-0 here in the opening quarter. Play action to Gibbs this time, and a dump off to Laporta, the big tight end, who's become a Detroit favorite over the past season or so. He picks up 8 yards on first down. Here is Gibbs, big hole up the middle, and he bursted into the secondary and then fumbled the football. It's picked up by Hamilton, back down the sideline, and he's dragged down inside the 20-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs got absolutely hammered, and the Ravens are clicking on all cylinders to start this game. Look at this hit. Oh my goodness, Hamilton shouldered him down and then recovered the fumble and returns it back for the Ravens. What a play defensively for Baltimore, and they are fired up here on Monday night. It was a huge hole for Jahmyr Gibbs. He bursted like he was shot out of a cannon, and then Hamilton shot him out of a cannon. Forced the fumble, recovered it, and returned it back inside the 20, so an instant red zone opportunity here for the Ravens to try to add on to this early lead in Baltimore. Fake it to Bateman, Jackson over the middle, Andrews inside the 10-yard line. He caught that touchdown moments ago, it feels like, and now they're back inside the 10-yard line after a pickup of 8 to Mark Andrews. So they've got a couple tight ends that they really like here in Baltimore. Mark Andrews, you've seen him a couple times. Haven't seen Isaiah Likely yet, the younger tight end who has been very good for them as of the last season or so. He lines up at the bottom of your screen, does Likely. They give it to Henry on second down, trying to bounce it to the edge, and he does! Henry, touchdown! Derrick Henry with a little stutter step move, and then he just bounced it around the corner, and the King finds the end zone. And we are barely halfway through this opening quarter. The Ravens already have 2 touchdowns and a fumble recovery in this game. Wow. And the Lions back on their heels to start this game. Loop for the extra point, up and through. Wow, 14-0 in the blink of an eye to start this game for Baltimore. A good drive that took 5 minutes, their first time they had the ball. Their defense forces a fumble. Start inside the 20-yard line, just a couple plays for Derrick Henry to get in the end zone, and it's 14-0 Ravens here early in this one. Lamar Jackson with a touchdown pass, and Derrick Henry with a touchdown run. Tyler Loop on to send it away. Under the lights here in Baltimore, off to a good start for the hometown favorites. From across the 25-yard line and slung down at the 27. Lions back out on the field. Jahmyr Gibbs had that fumble that led to the second Ravens touchdown here early. 3 carries for just 7 yards. And Detroit finds themselves in a hole early in this one, trying to climb out of it before it gets out of reach here early. Ravens clicking on all cylinders to start this game. Under center, starting the drive for Jared Goff and company from the 27-yard line. Go right back to Gibbs, who fumbled a moment ago, and then Kyle Van Noy just grabs him and throws him down for a loss of 1. This Ravens defense fired up here against Detroit. And this is looking like the Lions that played week 1 against Green Bay. Second down and 11. Goff, screen, Gibbs, trying to get room in front. He has it. Jahmyr Gibbs gets upended. A couple yards shy of the first down near the 35, and it'll be 3rd down and 2 here for Detroit, and here comes the crowd. Very energetic start in this building. Primetime football for the first time this year in Baltimore. They had a Sunday night game, week 1 down in Buffalo. We all know the story of that game. 3rd down and 2 at the 34. Goff, quick throw, caught for a first down, and another big hit is delivered, but a first down catch for Jameson Williams. First down, Detroit. And another big hit at the end of the play as well. Oh, just shouldered him down. Look at this hit. Ready? Slow-mo. Just decleated. But a first down for Detroit. And a big first down at that, because Baltimore had all the momentum. Now the Lions is going to look to capture some momentum for themselves before it gets too late already. They hand it off up the middle to David Montgomery. His first carry of the game goes for nothing. Brought down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. No running game whatsoever for the Lions in this opening quarter. Second down and 10 at the 42. Fake it to Montgomery this time, and a dump off to the tight end on the outside. And it's a first down to Brock Wright, the backup tight end who plays opposite of Sam Laporta, as Brock Wright makes his first catch of the night and picks up a Detroit first down just across midfield. First down at the 47-yard line. It's Gibbs up the middle. And he finally bursts through the line and hangs on this time. It's a first down across the 40-yard line of the Ravens. And now Detroit finally putting together a drive. 11 yards there for Jahmyr Gibbs. Tackled down by Hamilton, who forced the fumble on him last drive. Play action for Jared Goff, and a throw up the sideline. It's caught inside the 15-yard line by Jameson Williams. If Goff put a little bit more air under that, Williams might be dancing in the end zone right now, but nonetheless a chunk play for Detroit, and they are into the red zone. First down at the 12-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs still in at running back. And he gets it on first down, running off to the right side, takes a shoulder from Kyle Van Noy, and he's drugged down at the line again. There's Amon-Ra St. Brown, haven't said his name yet in this opening quarter. Watch out for him, a good red zone target for the Lions. They've also got their big man Sam Laporta, who is a red zone target as well for Jared Goff. Second and 10 at the 11-yard line. They can get a first down just outside the 1. Again, it's Gibbs, right side, big hole, there goes Gibbs, and he is stood up at the goal line. Now they call touchdown. They say he broke the plane, and Jahmyr Gibbs takes it in. And the Lions with the response. Take another look at this and make sure he did break the plane. The official was late getting to the goal line. Hamilton again there in the mix, and we'll take a look to make sure Gibbs actually got in. Still haven't gotten an official word. Here it is. That they are reviewing it. We'll see if Gibbs actually got into the end zone. Don't really have a down the line look at it, but in live speed, it looked like he was a little short. But we'll see what they want to call it here. So no touchdown. They say Gibbs is short of the end zone, but the Lions have first down and goal from inside the 1 yard line. Gibbs remains in the backfield. Wouldn't be surprised if they give it to him again here on first down. Give it to him again. My goodness. Wow. Washington, among others, just slashes through the line. And they're back to the 4 yard line now after inches away from the end zone. Second and goal at the 4 yard line. Watch out for Laporta. He lines up on the line at the bottom of your screen. Goff in the pocket, pressured and sacked. Back at the 11. It's Jones. And now first and goal from inside the 1 turns into third down and goal back at the 9. And wouldn't this be a goal line stop for the ages right here for Baltimore if they can get it here on third down and goal? So now back to the 9 yard line, third down and goal. And they're going to let the quarter wind down, and that's it for the end of the first. Baltimore had all the momentum in the opening quarter. Detroit trying to find it. Third down and goal when we come back. Start of the second quarter, third down and goal here for the Lions at the 9 yard line. Goff on third down and goal. Has time in the pocket. Has to dump it off to Gibbs. Big hit. Roquan. Oh my goodness. And the Lions had it inches away from the goal line. Inside the 1. And now it's fourth and goal at the 11 yard line. And here comes the field goal team. What a goal line stand by the Ravens. And they nearly block it. The kicker got hit. Oh my goodness, Detroit. Roughing the kicker. Automatic first down, and the Lions will have a new goal-to-go situation. Unbelievable. A tremendous goal line stop by the Ravens. All for naught with the penalty, and Detroit has it first down and goal at the 5. Wow. So Detroit with new life after the penalty at the 5 yard line, first down and goal. Gibbs makes one man miss, quickly brought down just across the 5 yard line, and it's second and goal. They've been trying to get Gibbs going. He's had a burst or two in this one, but those Ravens up front slashing through the line very quickly. Second and goal at the 5 yard line. Gibbs on the handoff, bounces it to the edge, and is short. And again, third down and goal from inches away. Inches away inside the 1 yard line, third and goal. They sneak it, touchdown, Jared Goff. And the Lions finally cash in for their first touchdown of the game. Quarterback sneak for Jared Goff, falls over the goal line easily. And a good response there from Detroit. They got help with the penalty on the field goal attempt. The roughing the kicker gave him a new set of downs inside the 10 yard line. And they cash in for 6. And with 12:51 to go in the second, they make it a 7-point game again. 15-play, 70-yard drive, almost 9 minutes off the clock. That was a long drive for the Lions. As they take it in for the touchdown, we've got ourselves a 7-point game. And a little bit of momentum snatched by Detroit after it was all Ravens to start this one. From inside the 5, we'll get a return here. A lot more returns in the NFL as Justice Hill takes it to the 23. And that's where Lamar Jackson will come out, led with this man as well, Derrick Henry. 5 carries, 13 yards, touchdown on their last drive, and it's 14-7 Baltimore. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. This is the worst starting field position they've had here to start drive number 3. Their first drive started at their own 40 with pretty good field position, but then their second drive started inside the Lions' 20-yard line after the fumble recovery by Hamilton. First down at the 23-yard line here. Start of drive number 3 with Jackson running it to the right side, and he meets a wall, and he's brought down after a yard pickup. Lamar Jackson's a guy against the NFC who has been very good. He's got a career record against the NFC, 24-2 in his career. That paired with his record of 7-2 on Monday Night Football. Dangerous man here tonight for this Lions team. 2nd and 9, Jackson floats it. Good catch by Henry, and he gets stood up just shy of the first down. Good open field tackle on a guy that's tough to bring down, and it's 3rd down and a yard. Third down and 1. Under center is Jackson. He tries to sneak it forward, and they mark him short. Jackson ruled short of the first down, so to a 4th down and inches now in your own territory. Decision time here for John Harbaugh. And they send the punt unit out. They don't want to turn it over in this spot of the field. Good job by the Lions defense to get a stop. Stout kicks it away. This one will be fielded at the 19-yard line. Right up the middle, he runs just shy of the 30. And that's where the Lions will take over. A chance to go down and tie this game. Good drive there last time. They got some help with Raven penalties. They get it into the end zone. A quarterback sneak from a yard out by Jared Goff. Now they'll look to go down the field once again. 10:52 to go in the second. 14-7 Baltimore. First down for the Lions. And a quick throw behind St. Brown. That's the first time they've thrown it his way, and Jared Goff just missed him. It was on a quick slant, and St. Brown had a little bit of room to maneuver if he hit him in the numbers, but well behind him. And incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10. Under center again is Goff, extra tight end in. And they go play fake. Goff underneath to Gibbs. And Gibbs gets hit hard at the 35-yard line by Humphrey. And it'll be 3rd down. A lot of big hits in this game so far for Baltimore's defense. They are making the Lions earn it. It's hard hitting, flying to the football. 3rd down and 2. From the 36, 3rd down and 2. Extra man on the blitz. Lions pick it up, and a beautiful throw to the outside to Amon-Ra St. Brown for a first down just across the 45-yard line. First catch of the game for St. Brown. Good throw to the outside by Jared Goff. Perfectly placed. That's a long throw to the sideline, and he just fit it right in there on the back shoulder. First down and 10 at the 46-yard line. I formation. Gibbs the deep back. They fake it to him. Goff on first down has time. Floats it towards the sideline. And the toe drag by Jamison Williams, and he makes the catch. First down. Another good throw by Jared Goff, putting it only where his guy can get it. And a good catch on the sideline by Williams. First down into Ravens territory. First down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Lions trying to put together a drive here after a couple first downs. They go play fake again. Goff with the dump off to Williams, and he goes out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. No gain on first down, second down.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10 at the 41. Again to throw it. Goff, pressure in his face to the outside. Gibbs trying to get a block there from St. Brown. Steps out of bounds after a pickup of 6 yards, and now third down and 4. They're on the verge of field goal range right here. And now we'll see what they got here on third down and 4. They empty the backfield. And on third down, Goff fires, pass caught right near the sticks. Williams again, and they're going to mark him just short. So now fourth down and inches on the plus side of the 50-yard line. You have to go for this if you're Dan Campbell. This is in his resume on fourth and inches. And they are going to go for it. About the length of the football away. We might see another Goff sneak here. Nope, we're going to get a toss. Montgomery bounces it and gets the first down. It looked scary for a moment, but Montgomery's able to find the edge and pick up a first down, taking it into the red zone just across the 20. So the Lions keep it alive on fourth down, first down at the 18. Here's Gibbs. Trying to cut it back to the middle, and he gets swarmed at the line for no gain. There's a guy that hasn't gotten the ball, Isaac Tesla, who has looked good through the first couple of weeks for the Lions. They had that miraculous one-handed catch in garbage time against Green Bay, the rookie from Arkansas. See if they try to get him involved along with St. Brown. Been Jamison Williams so far through the air. Here's Gibbs. Got hit hard initially and then brought down after a yard pickup. Mato BK delivers the big hit. Third down and 9. Third down and 9 from the 18. Jared Goff floats it towards the end zone. Back corner, batted away. And incomplete. He was looking for St. Brown. And it's Wiggins on the coverage. Fourth down. And here comes the field goal team. Trying to make it a 4-point game from the right hash, and he is good. So Bates puts in the field goal, 3-point drive there for the Lions, and it's back to a 14-point game after, or excuse me, it's back to a 4-point game after it was a 14-point game. 5:53 to go in the second. Bates sends it away from inside the 5-yard line, the return. Justice Hill will take it to the 24-yard line. Lamar Jackson and company coming back out. A couple early touchdowns for them in that opening quarter. They had to punt the football away there last time, and now their lead has shrunk down to 4. It was a 14-0 quick lead for the Ravens, and now the Detroit Lions have some momentum. Lamar Jackson looking to take some of that back here on their 4th drive of the game. First down, Baltimore. Straight drop back. Jackson to Henry. And Henry gets tackled down at the 30-yard line. 6 yards on first down on the little dump off to Henry. Not a huge traditional. Henry through the ground this time. Here he goes. Into the secondary across the 45-yard line. Branch, the last line of defense, makes the tackle. First down for Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First down at the 46-yard line after the good run by Derrick Henry. Jackson keeps it this time, running off the left side, dives forward into Detroit territory. Pickup of 7 on first down. Kind of the 1-2 punch through the running game. You can give it to Derrick Henry. You got a guy in Justice Hill at running back who can come in and make a play. You got Lamar Jackson. Everybody know what he can do through his legs. There's a lot of weapons on this Ravens team. Don't even get me started on their pass catchers. Here's Henry off the left side as he tries to drag his way forward, but cannot. Brought down by Williams. Third down coming up. Third down and a throw to Henry for a first down. Stiff arm gets him free. And the freight train, Derrick Henry to the 25. Third down conversion and then some for the King, Derrick Henry, to the 25-yard line, and here come the Ravens. So first down up to the 25-yard line now. Justice Hill checks in at running back. And they fake it to him. Jackson keeps it again, and he takes it inside the 20. 7 more yards on first down for Lamar Jackson. And we are probably one snap away, barring an incompletion, from the 2-minute warning here in the first half. And a 4-point game from Baltimore. Second down and 3. Henry back in at running back. Jackson to throw, fires, caught inside the 10, first down. Zay Flowers with his first catch of the game, and that'll take us down to the 2-minute warning in the first half. 14-10, Ravens have the lead, and they're on the move here before halftime. Opposite side of the 2-minute warning now. First down and goal just inside the 10-yard line here for Baltimore. Flip it. Henry, right side. Stiff arm. Henry still fighting out of bounds inside the 5. So tough to bring down. Second and goal. Second and goal at the 4-yard line. Minute 55 to go here in the first half. Henry again to the right side, around the edge, and Henry scores again. Touchdown. That was the Derrick Henry drive. He did it through the ground, he did it through the air, and he finds his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens extend their lead back to 2 scores. Loop on for the extra point. 11-point Baltimore lead, 21-10. 9 plays, 76 yards, 4 minutes off the clock. And that was the Derrick Henry drive. So now all eyes turn to Jared Goff on the Detroit offensive side of the ball. Minute 50 to go. You have all 3 timeouts. Can you pull something together here before halftime? The Ravens start the second half with the football as well. So this is a very important drive and a 2-minute drill coming up here for the Lions. From inside the 5, the return will bring out to the 23. So here come the Lions on the field. They got a minute 46 to work with here before halftime. Trailing by 11, Ravens start the second half with the football, so this is a very important drive for this Detroit offense to try to hang around because their defense is struggling right now against Baltimore. First down at the 23-yard line. Minute 46 to go. Four-man rush. Goff pressured, hit as he throws. It's a duck downfield that floats out of bounds. Incomplete. Good coverage downfield by that Ravens defense. Forced the pressure to get home to Goff. And it's second down with a minute 41 to go. Another aspect of this is that if you're the Lions, you got to be careful. Another incompletion leaves a lot of time on the clock for the Ravens to maybe get the ball back. Goff over the middle, caught but short of the first down. That was Isaac Tesla who makes the catch, the rookie out of Arkansas, who's had a good start to his career. Third down and 4. As the time ticks down, got to be careful on this play. You don't want to get the Ravens too much time. If you don't get it, Goff gets it though. St. Brown, first down, out across the 35, and a timeout taken by Dan Campbell. So a minute 12 to go in the second. Lions trying to put together at least a field goal here before the half. A field goal keeps it a one-possession game, or makes it a one-possession game rather. But the Ravens get the ball, as we mentioned, to start the second half, so this is very important for Detroit. First down at the 37-yard line. Here's a quick throw to Williams, who makes the catch, and he tried to claw his way forward towards the sticks, and he's about a yard shy. It'll be second down as we approach the 1 minute mark to go here in the second quarter. Detroit hanging on their timeouts right now. Second down and a yard. Quick throw again, broken up. Trying to hit Williams. Roquan Smith the coverage. Third down and a yard now. 47 seconds to go in the first half. Third down and 1. Still 2 timeouts for Detroit, so you can work the whole field. 47 seconds to go. Just a 3-man rush and a completion to Jamison Williams for a first down. Onto the Ravens side of the 50-yard line now. 43 seconds to go and a timeout taken by Detroit. So now they're about 10 to 15 yards away from field goal range. They still got a timeout in their back pocket as they try to get back within a single score. First down at the 47-yard line. They empty the backfield. Now Gibbs comes back into the backfield on first down, swinging out to him. Gibbs to the sideline, hit hard, but out of bounds. Pickup of 6. Clock stops with 38 seconds to go. And they are teetering on the edge of field goal range right here. Second and 4 at the 41-yard line. 38 seconds to go. 3-man rush again. Goff fires, caught. First down, Jamison Williams. And now they're in field goal range across the 35-yard line, and Williams got out of bounds. Still 35 seconds to go. So now plenty of time for Detroit to try to see what they want to do here before halftime. Jamison Williams been a busy man in this first half. First down with 35 seconds to go. Goff to the outside. Laporta makes the catch, and he can't get to the sideline. So the clock will continue to tick. That was a bad mistake by Sam Laporta to not get out of bounds. You're at the 23-yard line, and the clock's ticking down under 20 seconds to go. 15 seconds now. They still have a timeout. You can work the whole field, maybe one shot to the end zone before a field goal try. Taking a lot of time here. You got to be careful. Only 5 seconds. They hand it off. Gibbs is down, and they get the timeout off with 1 second left. Lucky break for Detroit, not paying attention to the clock, and they will get a field goal try off here before halftime. So Bates on for the field goal, trying to make it an 8-point game here before the break. Clean operation and a clean kick makes it an 8-point game here at the break. Ravens have the lead at home. 21-13 is our halftime score on Monday Night Football. Week 3 wrapping up here in Baltimore with a dandy of a matchup. Start of the second half here in Baltimore. It's been a running show for Baltimore on offense. It's been a throwing show for Detroit. Jared Goff, 24 pass attempts in that first half. Only 9 throws for Lamar Jackson. But Derrick Henry has been a workhorse. 2 touchdowns for him. Then 1 passing touchdown for Lamar Jackson came to Mark Andrews early in this game. Start of the third quarter. Ravens will start with the football at an 8-point lead. Justice Hill tripped up across the 25. So Derrick Henry, we just mentioned, 2 touchdowns, not a whole lot of yardage, 9 carries, 40 yards, but a couple of touchdowns. He's been a workhorse. Ravens doing a good job keeping their pace with the Lions, and I say that because the Ravens actually haven't done a whole lot on offense in this game. They had 1 drive where they scored a touchdown where they started inside the Lions' 20-yard line because of a takeaway by their defense. And then they had another drive start around midfield. So field position is a story. There's a strike to DeAndre Hopkins to start the second half on a beautiful throw by Lamar Jackson and a first down to the longtime veteran, DeAndre Hopkins. Good protection up front by that offensive line and a perfect throw by Jackson, and a good start to the second half for the Ravens offense. First down, quick throw, Flowers makes the catch on the slant, and a pickup of 9 on first down. Just the second catch for Flowers in this game. He's been a fairly quiet receiver for the Ravens tonight. Second down and a yard. Second and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Henry, who gets slammed down in the backfield. Aiden Hutchinson finally making his presence known. And it's third down on the 1. 4-yard loss on that play by Aiden Hutchinson. So third down and 5 now here for the Ravens. This is a big play early in the third quarter for this Detroit defense. Need to get to the Detroit 49. Jackson fires, pass is caught. First down, Rashad Bateman. And the Ravens move the sticks on their opening drive of the second half, taking it into Detroit territory. First down at the 43-yard line. Jackson, screen for Henry, and he gets sandwiched. Maybe a yard on first down. Good coverage there by Detroit. It's second down. Third catch out of the backfield for Derrick Henry in this game. And now second down and 9 at the 43. 4-man rush, another screen. Henry again. Breaks away down the sideline. First down and inside the 25. Derrick Henry just eating up the yardage anywhere he can get it, through the air, down on the ground. It doesn't matter. First down, Ravens inside the Detroit 25. First down and 10 at the 23-yard line. Jackson steps up running. Here goes Jackson. And Lamar hammered down hard inside the 10. But he sets up first down and goal. First down and goal, opening drive of the second half. Good one brewing here for Baltimore, knocking on the door. At the 8-yard line, first down and goal. Lions coming with everybody. Jackson is sacked. The Lions just brought everybody on that blitz back to the 17-yard line, second and goal. Kirby Joseph, the safety. Ravens just didn't have enough guys to block everybody that Detroit sent. And Jackson had no chance. So second and goal at the 17-yard line now after the sack for the Ravens. 8-point lead for Baltimore, so even a field goal makes it a 2-possession game. Second and goal back at the 17. Play clock down to 3. Snap it at 2. Jackson fires, incomplete, overshot Zay Flowers as he was streaking towards the end zone. Now third down and goal. So now third down and goal at the 17-yard line here for Baltimore. We'll see how they want to play this. Jackson in the pocket on third down and goal. Slide steps out to his left. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete. No chance. Good coverage downfield by Baltimore. And Anzalone delivers the blow. Now fourth down and goal. And here comes the field goal team. So Tyler Loop out there for the field goal, trying to make it an 11-point game. Tip shot here for Loop. And it's back to a 2-possession, 11-point lead for the Ravens offense. Good drive to start the second half. It stalls inside the red zone. But an 11-point lead again for Baltimore. 9:45 to go in the third. Loop sends it away. Detroit about to start their first drive on offense in the third quarter. Big hit. Simpson delivers the blow, and Detroit will start at the 23. So first down for the Lions. Starting at the 23-yard line. First drive here of the second half. They trail by 11. They've had their moments in that first half, but the Ravens took advantage of a couple Lions mistakes. See what the Lions can do here to start the second half. Look at this play. And Williams couldn't get us away from the tackle, and a gain of 7 on first down. Second and 3 at the 29-yard line after the pickup of 7 on first down. Here's a quick throw, dropped. Williams. That would have been a first down, and instead, third down and 3. Third down and 3 at the 29-yard line. Big play in this game here for Detroit, and they convert to Laporta. First down across the 35. And the big tight end keeps the drive alive on a third down. And another quick hitter from Jared Goff. First down at 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's an RPO screen to Williams. Played well. On the outside by Humphrey. Dogan on the play. Second down. This Ravens defense has been flying all over the place here in this game. Here is Gibbs, who cuts it back and then meets a wall. It's Hamilton. First guy there at the line again, third down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it brings up
third down. Third down and 10 at the 37, four-man rush. Goff over the middle, and he missed his target. Incomplete, fourth down. Ravens give up one first down, but then the Lions stall. Fourth down. Here comes the punt. Booming punt over his head and bounces inside the 5 and into the end zone. Booming kick. Goes for a touchback, and Baltimore will start at the 20-yard line up by 11. Over halfway through this third quarter already. And a chance potentially for the Ravens to put the Lions away on this drive. I mean, the Lions haven't had a whole lot of offensive success in this game, just the one touchdown and a couple field goals. See what happens here. First down at the 20-yard line, 7:02 to go. Lions showing pressure. It's likely in motion. Haven't said his name yet tonight. And they hand it off to Henry. Off the right side as he powers his way for a couple of yards on first down. 2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8 on the way. Couple touchdowns in this game for Derrick Henry. A touchdown pass from Lamar Jackson to Mark Andrews as well. Along with a field goal, there's your 24 points. 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line. Four-man rush, Jackson over the middle, and it's caught by Henry. Derrick Henry makes the catch for a first down and across the 40. Derrick Henry's been more active in the passing attack in this game than he has been in the past, and it's working right now for Baltimore. First down. And Derrick Henry's playing very well in this game. A couple touchdowns and a few good receiving plays as well in this one. First down and 10 at the 43. Play clock at 5. Extra man comes. Good catch by Andrews on a laser beam from Lamar Jackson and a pickup of 5. Sure-handed tight end Mark Andrews. A lot of people were questioning what he would do this season after Isaiah Likely kind of took over that tight end role last year for Mark Andrews. But it's been all Mark Andrews tonight at the tight end position. Haven't said Likely's name yet in this one. 2nd and 5 at the 48. Here's a screen to the outside, and Flowers as he tries to fight his way forward. Close to a first down, and it'll be 3rd down and 1. Third down and 1. Jackson under center. There's the sneak, and there's the first down. Ravens keep the drive alive. First down at the 46-yard line. Drive continues. Henry goes down. Hutchinson makes a nice play in the backfield and a loss of 1 on first down. So we've only got an 11-point game here. Definitely not in hand yet for the Baltimore Ravens, although it feels like this game is 30-0. And they're trying to put Detroit away, perhaps, if they can get in the end zone again. Jackson fires. Andrews wasn't looking for it. Hits him in the back, and it's incomplete. 3rd down now, and now a good opportunity for Detroit to potentially get off the field here on a 3rd down and long. Third down and 11. Big play here for the Detroit defense. Jackson trying to escape. Does so. Lamar Jackson brought down just short. Got a good chunk of yardage, though, on third down and 11. And now decision time here for Baltimore at the 37-yard line. Ravens might have gotten away with a block in the back downfield. DeAndre Hopkins blocking. Fourth down and 1. And Tyler Loop will come on to try to make it a 2-touchdown game at 14 points. 54 yards for the youngster. And he, oh my goodness, plenty of leg, but he missed it. He had the leg. It was a laser beam off his foot, but he missed it wide to the left. And all of a sudden now, Detroit has a chance to make this a game again. Jared Goff, 22 of 29. $171 through the air. No touchdowns yet for him. Now we'll see what Detroit can do. It's only an 11-point game. If they can go down and score, we've got ourselves a game. 2:31 to go in the third. Extra man on the blitz. Goff fires, caught. Tesla, gain of 7 near midfield. So Jared Goff approaching 200 yards in the game. Hasn't blown anything out of the water. He's played a clean, conservative game here tonight. Hasn't thrown for a touchdown. A lot of quick throws. Maybe Detroit tries to get one down the field. Second down and 3 at the 49. Here's Gibbs. Cuts it back. And Jahmyr Gibbs fights his way near the 40-yard line. First down, Lions. And they're on the edge of field goal range. Field goal makes it an 8-point game. First down at the 41. Looks like man coverage everywhere. Here's Gibbs up the middle. Trying to slip through that line, and then he's quickly brought down after a pickup of 4 across the 40. If Detroit wants to come back in this game, as we don't know what's happening with that camera right there, if Detroit wants to come back in this game, they got to get the ball to their playmakers. We've tried Jahmyr Gibbs all night long. Hasn't really been working that well. You've got to get Amon-Ra St. Brown the ball. Go to Gibbs again. And there you go, another stop. Simpson comes up to make the tackle. Third down on the way. Third down and 8 at the 38. Need to get to the 31-yard line to pick up a first down. 4-man rush. Goff stands in, fires over the middle, and it's incomplete. Looking for the rookie Tesla, and he couldn't connect. And we hit the end of the third. To the fourth quarter we go. 24-13. Ravens have the lead. Start the fourth quarter here in Baltimore, and it's an 11-point lead for the Ravens to start the fourth. Detroit has the ball on the verge of field goal range right here with a fourth down. And we'll see what the Lions want to do here. And they're going to try the long field goal with their young kicker. Trying to make it an 8-point game from distance. Gets it away, has the leg, and it's no good. He missed it wide to the right. So back-to-back missed field goals in this game from the two young kickers. Loop missed off to the left, Bates misses off to the right, and it remains an 11-point game here for Baltimore. Derrick Henry through the air, 6 catches, 76 yards. He's been a workhorse through the air. He's been a workhorse on the ground. He's over 100 scrimmage yards. A couple touchdowns for him in this game. Ravens looking to put Detroit away here in the fourth quarter. Starting with a good started field position as well, starting at the 45-yard line. First down at the 45, start of the drive. Jackson off the play fake. Andrews to midfield. Pick up a 5. So if you're Detroit right here and Dan Campbell, the game plan should be with the short field, no touchdowns. A field goal keeps it a 2-possession game. A touchdown, well, that kills you. 2nd and 5 at midfield. Here's Henry. Oh, shoulders down and fights his way towards the first down. He's about a yard shy. But the Lions paid the price on that tackle, and now 3rd down and 1 on the way and a big play upcoming. Third down and a long one. They hand it off to the up man, Ricard, and he's got a first down. And the drive stays alive for the Ravens.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So first down, Baltimore at the 43-yard line. Jackson keeps it, running right side, breaks a tackle and then slung down. He lost the forward progress when he broke the tackle, and he only picks up 1 on first down. Second and 9 at the 41, screen Henry. And Derrick Henry with a great open field tackle at the 37-yard line. Now 3rd down again. 3rd down and 4 this time here for Baltimore. Empty the backfield here for Jackson on 3rd down and 4. Jackson, quick throw, incomplete. At the feet of DeAndre Hopkins, Anzalone the coverage, and a big stop on 3rd down for the Lions as Loop will come out for another long field goal try. So a big stop there for the Lions. Loop missed his last try. This one is from 54. He has the leg to get it there, gets it up, and missed it again. And this has turned into the game of missed field goals as he misses this one wide to the right after he missed his first one wide to the left. And it remains an 11-point game, and Detroit's still in business. So the Lions take over, just under 12 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. They trail by 2 scores, 11 points. As they try to go down and do something. Short field in front of them, starting at their own 44. Just a 3-man rush and a quick throw. Tesla, the rookie, out across the 45-yard line, first down. Into Ravens territory after their first play. Good start to the drive. We'll see if the Lions can get some energy. John Harbaugh's got some energy on the sideline for Baltimore. First down at the 45-yard line. Laporta in motion. Here's Gibbs, big hole. And Jahmyr Gibbs slashes his way for another first down out across the 35. And the Lions are in field goal range now. Field goal, again, would make it an 8-point, possession game, but Detroit would like to get into the end zone right here, you would have to think. MCDC, Motor City, Dan Campbell, very aggressive head coach, a guy who we see take shots down the field all game long. Haven't really seen any shots down the field in this game. Goff to the outside, Tesla shoved out of bounds by Hamilton and a pickup of 5. Very conservative game plan today here for the Lions. They find themselves trailing by 11 here in the 4th. Trying to put together a drive to make this thing very interesting. from the 29, second down. Here's Gibbs, up the middle he runs, shakes off a tackle and picks up a first down. So Detroit moving the ball just outside the red zone now. Under 10 minutes to go here in the fourth, and the Lions aren't dead. First down at the 23-yard line. Goff, good pickup by Gibbs. Goff hit as he throws. It's a wobbler that goes out of the back of the end zone. Double coverage on St. Brown. Goff throws it way over the head and incomplete, second down. Second down at the 23. Goff underneath, and Laporta can't get away from Roquan Smith, and now third down. The Lions are already in field goal range, so you don't want to do anything crazy. But we'll see what Dan Campbell has up his sleeve here on a 3rd down and 6, and a big play here in this fourth quarter. From the 19-yard line, need to get just across the 13 to move the sticks. 4-man rush. Goff steps up, floats it, end zone, and it is incomplete. Jump ball for St. Brown's. Wiggins the coverage, and it's 4th down. And here comes the field goal team for Detroit. Very quiet game for Amon-Ra St. Brown tonight. Good coverage by Wiggins. So a big kick here for Bates. Trying to make it a one-score game. Good snap, good hold. Bates is good. And we've got ourselves an 8-point game here in Baltimore. .8:31 to go in the fourth. 24-16. Ravens trying to hang on to this lead. A team that has been doomed by the comeback. We saw it week 1 of this year against Buffalo, that dramatic comeback on Sunday Night Football. Trying to not fall victim of it this week here in week 3 on Monday Night Football against Detroit. From inside the 5. And brought down just shy of the 25. So here comes Baltimore. 24-16, they have the lead, fourth quarter, game in their hands. However, Detroit not going away quietly. So an 8-point lead for Baltimore. Big drive here for the Detroit defense. Try to get a stop. Any score here for the Ravens makes it a 2-possession game. First down at the 25. Started the drive for the Jackson run to the left. And Lamar Jackson with a little bit of a stutter step brought down by Anzalone after a pickup of 4. Second down and 6 at the 28-yard line. Under 8 minutes to go here in the fourth. Fake it to Henry. Jackson wants to let it fly deep down the middle of the field, and it is knocked away at the last second. My goodness, Flowers running free. And a beautiful defensive play. Now 3rd down and 6. Huge play upcoming here in this game. 3rd down and 6 at the 28-yard line. Jackson stands in. Another deep ball down the right sideline. What a throw and catch. Rashad Bateman inside the 35, and a huge play for the Ravens on 3rd down. Halfway through this fourth quarter now, and a huge play for Baltimore in that moment. First down up to the 34 now. Here's Henry. Oh, big hit. Usually he's the one that dishes those out, but Detroit brings him down for a loss of 2. 7 minutes to go in the fourth. Ravens have to be thinking they need some more yardage We've seen Loop miss a couple long kicks from around this spot already in this game. Got to get a little bit more yardage to be comfortable with a Loop field goal. 2nd and 12. Delayed give, Henry. Anzalone couldn't bring him down, and he's brought down after that. Now 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and 9 on the way.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 9, another big play here for the Lions defense. Jackson over the middle, caught, 1st down, Bateman. He's been the big play guy through the air for Lamar Jackson, and he takes it inside the 20. Another 3rd down conversion, and Detroit just cannot get off the field.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And Detroit very quickly running out of time now, under 5.5 to go. Ravens threatening to make it a 2-score game again. Henry. Didn't look like Jackson fully wanted to give him that handoff. Lucky they didn't fumble it on the exchange, and it's a loss of 3 on 1st down. But with every play Baltimore runs, time becomes more precious for Detroit. Under 5 to go now. Jackson keeps it running left side. Takes it inside the 15 before he's shouldered down by Anzalone. 3rd down and 7 on the way. There is a pretty big difference between an 11-point game and only holding Baltimore to a field goal here for the Lions defense. 3rd down and 7. Jackson steps up, floats it, end zone, back corner, incomplete for Hopkins. He had his hands on it, but couldn't bring it in. It's 4th down. 4:03 to go in the 4th. Ravens were going for the dagger there. So now Loop will come on to try to kick the field goal to make it a 2-possession game again. He's missed 2 in this game. This one a lot shorter though. And Loop puts it in. And it's an 11-point 2-possession lead for the Ravens here late in the 4th quarter. .401 to go here in the 4th. We'll see what Detroit can do. They trail by 2 possessions again. From inside the 10. And the return will bring him out just shy of the 30. So 3:57 to go in the 4th. Detroit has all 3 timeouts, but they trail by 2 scores. It's an 11-point Baltimore lead, 27-16. So if you're Detroit here, you don't necessarily have to go down and score the touchdown right now. Field goal makes it an 8-point game, but you've got to be quick about it. You have 3 timeouts. Ideally, if you're going to score, you want to do it before the 2-minute warning. We'll see how Detroit wants to play this here. 1st down at the 29-yard line. And they hand it off on 1st down. Interesting. And only a yard, and time is becoming a factor here. I'm surprised Detroit decided to run the football. But Jared Goff's having a tough time here, and this crowd is loud. The Ravens flock at full throat. Second down, Goff steps up, throws, and it's incomplete for Laporta. Another short throw for Jared Goff. Not going to get it done in this situation, but now 3rd down and 9 is your biggest test here against this Ravens defense. Empty the backfield here for Goff on 3rd down and 9. Big play in this game. Goff steps up, and he's going for the shot. Finally down the field, and it is incomplete off the hands of Jahmyr Gibbs. And now 4th down and pretty much the game on the line here for the Lions. Pretty much the game on the line here, you'd have to think, here for the Lions. 4th down and 9. Need to get just across the 39-yard line. 4th down, Goff stands in, fires, caught, 1st down Laporta. Across midfield, still going inside the 45. Huge 4th down conversion for the Lions, and the door is still slightly open for the Lions offense. Good protection up front by that line as well. Under 3 minutes to go now, 1st down. About 10 yards away from field goal range. Goff stands in again to the outside. St. Brown couldn't get the feet down. So 2:48 to go in the 4th. 2nd down and 10 here for the Lions. Second and 10 at the 44-yard line. That's Tesla, the rookie, in motion. Goff over the middle into a tight window, and it's caught. St. Brown to the 40-yard line. 3rd down and 5 on the way. Clock continues to tick down near 2.5 to go. 3rd down and 5. If you're Detroit, you would like to score without having to use any of your timeouts. 3rd and 5, Goff fires, caught, 1st down, Williams. Stays inbounds though, so the clocks will continue to tick down. They're inside the 30, but we're probably going to hit the 2-minute warning before Detroit can do anything on the scoreboard. And they're not going to get a snap off. 2 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Lions trying to hang around. It's an 11-point lead for the Ravens. So now the situation goes a little tougher for Detroit. You're opposite side of the 2-minute warning now. You have all 3 timeouts, and you would like to score without having to burn them. Here's the slant and a big hit on Tesla. They say he caught it in the gain of 7. Clock continues to tick, though. And the Lions slowly coming up to the ball. Minute 40 to go. Still 3 timeouts for Detroit. Goff stands in, fires, pass, intercepted at the 15-yard line. And that might end it. Alexander makes the pick. And the Ravens defense with a stop here late in the 4th quarter. And that might have just sealed the deal. Tried to fit it in there. Had a couple guys in the same spot, Laporta and Tesla, and Alexander was right there on the hip of Tesla. And Goff throws the interception, and now this game is in the Ravens' hands. With 1:31 to go, Detroit has all 3 timeouts, so they can stop it and potentially get the ball back with minimal time. But a huge takeaway for the Ravens, their 2nd of the game, 1st interception from Goff. They fumbled way back in the 1st quarter in this game. And the Ravens are in business, 1:31 to go, just trying to sold away this victory. Here is Henry. Good play by Hutchinson. Timeout Detroit. 1:28 to go.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
So 2nd and 15 now here for Baltimore. 2 timeouts remaining for Detroit. They're going to throw it, and that was dangerous. Hutchinson makes another play, and they're going backwards now. Timeout Detroit. If Hutchinson looked up, he might have been walking into the end zone right now, and we'd be talking about something completely different. But 1:25 to go here in the 4th. Lions down to 1 timeout. 3rd and 21. Under center is Jackson, 3rd and 21. They hand it off to Henry. Hutchinson again there on the tackle. He made 3 tackles on that drive on Henry. 4th down, timeout taken. Detroit now out of timeouts, and the Ravens will punt it away to the Lions in desperation mode. Stout on to punt it away. No rush to be spoken of by Detroit. Punt will be fielded at the 40-yard line and returned for about 8 yards to the 48. So the Lions back out on the field. A dreadful interception by Jared Goff there last time that really sucked all the life out of them. They've got 1:13 to play with. They've got 52 yards to go to the end zone, trailing by 11. So they're going to need to score and then recover an onside kick if to have any chance in this game. So this game is well in the Ravens' hand. Detroit looking for a miracle here on the road. First down, 1:13 to go. Goff over the middle, caught. St. Brown, but quiet tonight. Slammed down. Innovate. Inbounds. They work the middle of the field as we will hit the 1 minute mark to go, and Flock Nation celebrating a win here with a minute to play. On second down, Goff over the middle again. Not very fortunate of the time situation here for the Lions, and we're down to 37 seconds to go. Under 30 now to go in this game. Goff looking again over the middle. It's just not going to get it done if you're trying to get down and score. Lions mismanaging the clock. It would have been a miracle if they did anything anyway, but this game is over. 27-16 Baltimore with the win on Monday Night Football. Lions probably won't even get a snap off. They will not. 27-16 the final score. The Ravens move to 2-1 as they hang on against Detroit and get their second win in as many weeks. Ravens are looking good. Derrick Henry looking good. Lamar Jackson looking good. That defense looking scary, hard-hitting, and a lot of thinking to do on the other side for Dan Campbell and company. They fall to 1-2. Their only win against the Chicago Bears last week. A Chicago Bears team that is questionable. They got hammered by the Packers, couldn't really get anything going in week 1 against Green Bay, and now this week, Monday Night Football on the road against Baltimore, just couldn't get it going. Only 1 touchdown in this game, paired up with a lot of field goals. They couldn't finish drives, and then the 2 turnovers, killer. And the Ravens take it, move to 2-1. They've got a big date with the Chiefs next week.